Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. Salakia, Isaiah 19 and 4. And the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And as you're going to see in this video, this lesson, people are losing it. People don't know which way to turn, which way to go. This has never been people's reality. So they're pretty much crashing out and losing it over it. Everyone, they blame DJ Trump, but not knowing that this is the work and the plague of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We warn you, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, every day with lessons. YouTube is being flooded with lessons, not from me, but from many brothers. You can get lessons all around the clock on YouTube. But a lot of our people, they refuse to hearken. They rather just get it out the mud and look for other ways to get themselves out of hardship and out of a hole. And a lot of people are realizing that no matter what they do, no matter how much money they make, how many jobs they got, how many hustles they got, it's still not enough. So, you're going to hear, a couple of people give their take on how their life is today in Babylon the Great. So let's check it out. Babylon the Great is no longer great.
We're going to act like there's not a particular culture of people who are responsible for all the genocides, all the colonization, all of the destruction of natural resources on Earth, the colonization of people, land, resources, and the destruction of cultures, lands, and resources.
And Salakia, a lot of people are finding out who's the problem, who's the cancer. Not only is their lives being stripped away from them, their livelihoods, but now it's clear to see who's the reason behind it. See, if you read the scriptures give a clear indication of who rules over you, right? And it's not the righteous, it's the wicked. And she was pointing out her hand saying, we know who's the issue, who's the problem. It's so-called white people, man. A lot of people don't want to say that, but it's so-called white people. And it's not just the top echelons of Esau, Edom, but all of them as a whole, man. They all play their role in bringing down, the livelihood of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. So this is not going to end until the cancer of the earth is eradicated. But Jake is seeing it now, man. Along with, their own people calling them out. Esau, these devils are calling each other out, man. Let's go.
And we're going to act like only one group of people didn't do that. Only one group of people hated others, killed them, raped them, stole their culture, either identified, took their culture and made it their own, or completely erased their culture, and then turned around and acted like every single other culture besides them was violent and scary and dangerous and savage, but eating people, raping people, murdering people, giving them diseases on purpose, going out of your way to destroy entire cultures and people and steal their land, steal their everything. That's not violent. When are we going to stop pretending like one culture in particular isn't the most violent, destructive, dangerous, scary, manipulative, colonizing culture of them all? And the most scary. Like, y'all are terrifying. Like, actually, everybody is scared of y'all because you're sick. And when are we going to talk about how those people, again, these are the only people on earth who are allergic to the sun, who destroy everything they touch, that don't build or create anything but destruction and chaos and cancer and danger. And they're allergic to the sun. Let's not ever forget that. Like, they don't even necessarily naturally inhabitate this planet, but somehow they are the leaders. Somehow they are the ones who have all the control. But what do I know? Every other culture just had its own land, had its own culture, had its own way of living in unity with the ecosystem around them. They knew how to work the land. They knew how to deal with the animals. They knew how to handle the environment, the heat, the cold, the whatever. Their bodies were adapted for that. But guess who isn't, and who never was adapted for any particular place, allegedly, except the Caucasus Mountains?
So, this devil is exposed, man. This devil is overly exposed. And it's Yahweh Shem Al Shah that's exposing him. Right? Let me see. Let me get something real quick, because I thought, I got kind of mixed up. Salakia for that, but that's a good video showing you that Jake is pretty much Jake is pretty much finding out who's the devil, man. And we've been telling you who's the devil. Right? We've been telling you who's the devil. You can't deny it now. You still got Jake out here that's looking to Salakia. You still got Jake still out here looking to save face. Right? Still coming out here, trying to save face and say, not all of them, and we shouldn't be like that toward them, and things like that. So this is a second video I'm gonna play. But let's go back to that one. Let's go back to this one. So yeah, man, Jake is definitely figuring things out. And it's all through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Al Shah. This is this is Jeremiah 49:10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places." Yeah, all the things that he's done. And this is only a little bit of what he's done. There's a lot more that this devil has done that we don't know about, man. But in due time, the Lord is gonna uncover a lot more. It says, "And he shall not be able to hide himself." Yeah, because everybody knows you're the devil now. "His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not," man. So the lower class Edomites, they are, pretty much thrown to the wolves, so to speak. But the upper echelons of these devils, they still, got power, and they still eating the fatness of the land and things of that sort. But it's a divide right now. This is Luke 12:2. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. So all that this devil has done is going to come out. And Jake is probably the last one to get it. So if Jake getting it, then you know this devil is completely through. The whole world is about to turn on this devil, and they're going to be a fugitive in the earth for real. You know, they're really going to be a fugitive, man, and a vagabond. You know what they always were. You know, let's finish this off, and then I got another one.
Where they were eating themselves, not bathing, and you know, lack of culture. But you know, hey.
So yeah, they were eating each other, and you know, putting each other to death, and these are the people that rule over you. These are the people that are controlling your government. These are the people that you know, come in the name of democracy and we are all one. But these people are clearly sick in the head. These people are clearly the wicked, and the Lord is exposing them, man. Look at your life, man. Look how people live. You know, look at your life now and how it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Right? It's only gotten worse for everybody. You know, except pretty much the 1%, as they speak of. You know, you can't make ends meet. You can't pay your bills. You can't, you know, you got to make a choice weekly, bi-weekly, monthly on what to do with your money. Because if you know, spend it on this, you're not going to have this. If you miss a day of work or you get sick, you know, you're not going to be able to pay your bills, and you know, your life is going to be hell under these people, man. Right? So check this one out.
Retired people are getting out of the recliner and heading back to work. The concept, dubbed unretirement, has them doing things like driving for Uber to help pay the bills. Many people pick jobs, if not professions, where they can get moving. Barbara Barada is a retired nurse from New Jersey who now works as a dog walker.
I decided I'd make a little extra money and I would keep physically active. So, and I love dogs and I love cats.
This concept of retirement for most people as like a cliff or a day they're working towards really isn't a reality for most.
Well, AARP says unretirement has picked up in recent years as inflation's become more of an issue.
I got a quick question for people that are living by themselves. What the fuck do y'all do for work? For money wise, like, how do you guys live by yourself? You guys live in a shitty place? I'm curious because, like, I moved out when I graduated high school, and I've been in a few different apartment complexes, some townhouses and shit like that. And other than like one other time, I've had to live with a roommate, and this shit is like, it's cool. Like, I love the people I've moved in with. You know, they're cool. We have fun, but like, there's a sense of peace, man, when you're just living by yourself. I love that shit. And I feel like I'm never going to get that ever again, because those same townhouses that I could afford a few years ago are like $400 or $500 more. No upgrades, no changes, just straight up $400 or $500 more. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, dude. Like, what do you guys do? Like, I mean, I'll go back to selling weed if I got to, you know? Like, back in high school, that's how I made all my money in high school, just selling weed and selling vapes. Fuck it. You know, if I'm going to make more money selling weed, I might as well just do that shit, right? Like, this shit is like, has me really fucking thinking, bro. The whole economy got me fucking thinking to going back to selling weed from like back in high school, bro. Like, do you know how sad that is? Like, for real. I was 16, 17 selling weed almost a decade later, and I'm thinking about doing that shit again. Yo, I hate life. I hate it.
Yo, what is and like we've said, you know, in countless other videos, not just me, but the brothers, these devils are crashing out, man. They can't make it. So, you know, this place is done. Because if there was anybody that had it, regardless of the circumstances or regardless of what the country went through, the people who you knew had it was these so-called white people, man. So for them not to have it, for the devil to be getting on saying how he hate life and he don't know what's going on and what do y'all do, and you know this place is through, man. You know this place is finished. And Jake, Jake is surviving how he's always survived, but even in survival mode, you can't survive.
Really going on with this world? What is really going on in America, bro? Like, this shit making me want to just pack up and move to one of these countries that our American dollar is worth fucking $70 and $80 over there. Because this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Everything, all the quality of the food, all the quality of everything has went down, but the prices has gone up. I live in New Jersey, right? Earlier today, gas was $3.99. 5 hours later, it's $4.19. What the fuck happened in the 5 hours? What happened in 5 hours where gas got to go up 21 cents? And then probably by the time I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be $4.28. Bro, like this shit is crazy.
Jake is he's not in tune with what's really going on in the world, man. He's not knowing that America is sliding down to the grave, man. It's being put down in the grave. He doesn't know that. And he doesn't know that the people that rule over him are his oppressors, are his enemy. Right? He doesn't know that, man. Or maybe he does. But if you got to ask, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Then you really don't know what's going on in the earth, man. This is Proverbs 4:14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away, man. So, meaning don't be in tune with these devils, man. Right? Don't shake hands and rub shoulders with these devils. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. And who's the one that's falling? Right? You regular civilians here in America, man. Right? You regular, everyday, workplace, civilians. It says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, man. This is what they do. They rule over you with rigor. And soon they about to come down with the hammer to force things upon you, man. I mean, right now, the people are pretty much feeling like they being pent up against a wall, but soon it's going to get very, very clear that these devils, they have nothing but violence, right? And wickedness in their approach, right? Let's continue.
Bro, the only thing that I got lucky with is I bought my house in 2021. I have a $1,300 mortgage, bro. You can't even find a motherfucking 1-bedroom box for $1,300 right now, bro. Like all the car payments is crazy, astronomical right now. You got to pay $700, $800, $900 for a fucking Toyota Camry right now. The chips, the juice, the fucking Doritos, the motherfucking, bro. They even made the paper plate smaller. They even made the paper plates to the point where you got to use 2 paper plates to fucking eat now. Like, this shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, bro. I make a decent pay rate and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I'll be lucky if I could put up $100 a fucking week. Like this is just getting ridiculous, bro. I really feel like I want to just pack up, go overseas to one of them countries, bitch. I need to save like 50, 60, 70,000 and go transfer that shit to another country and live like a royal fucking king. Because $50,000 out here, bitch, that should be going in 3 months. That should be going in 3 fucking months, bro. When you got to deal with buying food, paying for this, paying for that. The fucking electric went up. The gas went up. They charging travel fees for your gas now. Like, what the fuck, bro? The world is designed for us to fucking struggle, bro. It's designed for us to be slaves to the clock. You either got to work. You either got to, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you got to do. I think, like, right, you got to work every day, all day. You got to work, bitch, 17, 18, 19 hours a day to make some money just to spend it all right the fuck back. I don't know how the fuck motherfuckers is going on trips, motherfuckers going on vacations, motherfuckers buying Balenciagas, motherfucker buying, like, I don't know how motherfuckers is doing that shit. I just don't. Bro, I've been working for 15, 16, 17 years straight. I make almost $30 an hour, and it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. This shit is ridiculous. I'm ready to fucking, I don't know what I'm ready to do, but I'm ready to do something, bro. Something has to fucking give.
Why is gas $5 a gallon? And like, why do I have to pay rent? And why is rent so high? And why do I have to drive my car and get the gas that I have to get to go to the job that I have to pay for rent? Why do I have to do all of that stuff? And why are you making it so fucking expensive to do it? I don't even want to get out in public.
And you see, so he ain't used to this. Jake is used to this, right? Like, these devils, they're not used to this, man. They ain't never been used to, not having. They have not, been connected to the real world for a very long time. A lot of these devils, they've been born with a silver spoon. So to see them crash out is hilarious, man. It's very hilarious. Right? Let me this is Ezekiel chapter. Salaki, that's not what I want. Bear with me 1 second. This is Ezekiel 22 and verse 29. It says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery. And that's what these devils have done, man. Right? That's what these devils have done. This is this devil's MO. Oppression. And he does it in many ways. He'll tell you, just give me a minute. And everything will go down. But yet you'll see everything go up. It says, Ezekiel 22 and 29, it says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery. And all they do is rob these everyday Babylonians, man. Like, we don't care about these other nations, man. They catching hell too. And that's on them. We concerned with Jake telling him to remove his spirit out of the ways of Babylon, man. Because this place is going down the drain quick, man. It says, one more time, Ezekiel 22 and 29, it says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. You see them vexed and poor. You see them vexed, right? The poor, you see them vexed, man. Jake talking about leaving, going to another country. These devils talking about going back to selling weed and vapes and this one right here saying how she don't understand why she got to do it and why is it so expensive to do it. The people are vexed, right? So it says, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And that's all these devils do, man. They oppress, the people wrongfully. They do it by way of unrighteous decrees. We doing it in the name of safety. We doing it in the name of security. We doing it in the name of sovereignty, and we doing it in the name of democracy. All lies, man. All lies.
Oh my gosh. It feels like getting out and just knowing someone's gonna fucking stab you. Why would you get out? This is beginning. This is the beginning of life. What am I supposed to do forever? I have to get a fucking horse.
I hate this fucking country right now. I hate the struggles that middle class people have to go through. I hate having to choose between my prescriptions to make me healthy and feeding my kids. And no, I didn't vote for that fucking orange pimple. I voted for common sense and integrity. But I can't afford anything right now. I'm struggling. And I know I'm not alone. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Every time I drop $200-300 on groceries and things that I need to survive, I have to keep reminding myself that it is a privilege and a blessing to be able to afford that and to be able to drop money like that. But oh my gosh, it does not make it any easier swiping my credit card and seeing that it has become so expensive to be alive. It's a privilege and a blessing. It is, yes.
So my rent is close to $2,000. Food cost is going up. I just filled up my gas tank. It was like $48. My car payment's close to $500. My insurance is between $1 and $2. My light bill's about $2 something. My internet's $100 and something. My phone bill's about close to $100. But yet, $45,000 is too much for a single person in income. Are you kidding me? Like, at this point, I just want to live in my car for like 6 months and save money. Is anybody else struggling? Like, damn, Greg, it's not that I ain't got no money. It's not that I ain't got no money. Everything's so fucking expensive. Like we have to pay to live. Not even our water's free. Unless you want to drink sink water.
And this is what the Lord said. What happened in the last days? That great miseries was going to come on the people, and people not really realizing how bad it's going to get. Because right now they're making videos in their car, their phones work, their car starts, they're able to put gas and go home and sit on the couch and turn their lights on and take a shower and cook on the stove and all of that is going to be a thing of the past real soon. All of that. You think people are losing it now? Wait till then. So let me give a couple. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. And the Israelites are the righteous man, right? This is who was always oppressed. Right now, you're seeing all nations that are in America. You don't really see Chinese people, Japanese people, Indian people, Arabs really get on and say how they are being oppressed, which they probably are. But for the most part, you see Esau, Edom, and the tribes. That's what you see mainly, man. You don't see Africans crying about how they're being oppressed in this country, right? It's just Jake and these lower level devils, right? But we are concerned with our people, man. So Wisdom of Solomon 2:10, it says, let us oppress the poor and righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. And you've seen in the beginning of this video, people that done retired got to go back to work because inflation is too much. So now they 60, 70, years old, even older, and they got to work. They got to go out, get up 6, 7 in the morning, like they in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and continue to work, man. So there's going to be people here that are going to work till they drop dead, right? And this is how the wicked is. They don't give a shit, man. This is Proverbs chapter 28. Let's show you how they are, man. Proverbs 28:15. It says, as a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people, man. He's like a roaring lion or a raging bear, right? Those two animals, when they get like that, there's no mercy, right? There's no mercy. So this is how these devils are, the wicked is, over poor people. Your everyday civilians, man, right? You're not going to catch a break from them. You're not. Right? So let's finish this. I got one more.
Ain't nobody telling you that shit's clean. It's not clean. It's not purified.
and Jake, it's a joke to him. It's a joke to him now. But listen, man, imagine when, like I said, all of the rest of the benefits that you see you have are stripped away. But ultimately, this devil, he's going to pay, man. Ultimately, this devil is going to pay. This is Proverbs 2:21, and we're going to close out. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. That's the Israelites, right? The elect, right? It says, but the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. So, hey, man, that's what's happening. And this is why this devil was coming down with great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time. The devil is about to be eradicated, man. The Lord is about to root this man out of the earth. He's about to be a slave, and then he's going to go to the fire. So, I'm going to close out there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, to the next lesson. Shalom.